What's good, beautiful people? It's your girl Tay, and I'm here yet again with another update video. So today we're going to be talking about a little bit of what's going on with the IRS. We're definitely going to be talking about some stuff with P Ebt, and yeah, we just got quite a few things. We've got some utility assistance, so definitely make sure you guys smash that like button, comment down below, subscribe, plus push your post notification bell button so that way anytime I upload a video, you will be notified. All right, so let's talk about this identity check that's going on with the IRS. Okay. It says the IRS now claims that there is a delay in tax refunds, but it's not due to audits as we originally thought, but to prevent fraud. But it's all the same thing. We already know that those of you who filed early, like I did, if you filed early right when the IRS started accepting returns, which was February 12th, then you know that your return most likely got resequenced back into review. Didn't necessarily mean that there was anything wrong with your tax return, but just the fact that they were already in backlog and they got an overwhelming amount of people who filed early. So that's what happened, because there's several people who both on YouTube and off YouTube that I've spoken to who have said that they have sent in their tax returns after that date, like the second or third, I would say the third or fourth week of February, had earned income tax credit, had the look back credit, had a lot of different things, claimed their stimulus because they didn't get it when they were supposed to, and still managed to get their returns on time. Okay, so I'm just saying, I think that they're just trying to come up with another reason to say, oh, it's something else that we have to do to protect you. When the reality is that you guys are just behind. Like, it's not doing you any good or us any good for you to lie to us. Just tell us that you're behind. We already know that you're behind. Anyways, it says Form 5071-C has been sent to many Americans requesting their compliance and identity verification. Excuse me, I'm still sick, you guys. Verification can be done online, but some have experienced issues and then instructed to call in. Okay. As usual, I recommend calling closer to the close time using number 1-800-829-0922. Be advised that with every other issue delaying refunds, if identity verification isn't complete, you won't receive your money. But once complete, refunds are expected to be released 3 weeks after, possibly by mail. Okay, so yeah, like I was saying, you guys, be sure to have all the information that you need. This identity check goes way beyond just asking you your mother's maiden names. They're going to ask questions that they figure only you can know, because of the way fraud and these hackers are working nowadays. Anybody can find out that information that is right on the surface. So you want to make sure that you have. I know when I called, they were asking me, they did ask me my mother's maiden name, but they also asked me to clarify or verify any addresses that I have lived in the past. They also asked me if I had a job, what was the pay of that job, what was the last, just know that these questions are going to be different than what you usually expect. Okay, so be prepared for that. Now, moving on, Virginia Pandemic EBT. It says Virginia Department of Social Services is saying they know they got problems, that they have problems with the latest P Ebt transfers and payments. Retroactive payments were originally scheduled for March 17th and March 20th, and then monthly starting March 25th. There was a mechanical breakdown with their printer, the printer that prints out the cards broke down on them. Don't ask me how that happened. I don't know. I don't understand how these states are getting millions and billions of dollars, but you buy a printer machine that's going to break down. I know things happen, but I just think that you guys should have been a little bit, again, everybody should have been prepared. This is not the first time that they have issued pandemic EBT benefits. I'm pretty sure they kind of already knew that they were not going to issue benefits on the pre-existing cards. If they were going to be sending out new cards, then you would want to have a machine that's going to be able to handle the load, right? I'm just saying. Says, however, the Virginia Department of Social Services has fixed their machines and cards should have gone out this past Friday, April the 2nd. Please give it 10 business days in the mail to arrive. But if it's not received by April 16th, then they are encouraging you to call the Pandemic EBT call center at, take this down, 1-866-513-1414. Again, that is 1-866-513-1414. But wait until April 16th. If you have not received it by April 16th, then that's when you should call. So don't start blowing them up now, because it's not April 16th. Okay, today is April the 5th. All right. Now, the USDA to boost SNAP benefits. All right. So we've got the USDA announced recently that households already receiving the maximum benefits from SNAP will now be able to receive emergency benefits approved by Congress last March. So what they're talking about, you guys know that when I do my EBT videos, I come on to say about the emergency allotments. So what happened was a lot of people who are living definitely below the poverty line, the people with the lowest income, were already receiving the maximum amount. So let's say they had a household of, I would just say 2 or 3. I think right now the maximum is $616 for a household of 3, but at the time it was a little bit less than that because now we've got that 15% boost. So for a household of 3, let's just say, just for example's sake, that it was $500. They were already receiving the $500, so they weren't able to get the extra boost that everybody who wasn't receiving the maximum allotment got. Okay, so because of that, there was like a lawsuit that went on. I think Pennsylvania and California were in on this lawsuit, basically sued them so that they could have the right to give those benefits to those households who were left out. Okay, so it says this means about a possible increase of about $95 per month for those households. About 25 million households were unable to receive these benefits because they already received the maximum, but a reversal of Trump's administration policy will now void that action. This comes from a lawsuit where Pennsylvania and California were plaintiffs and sued for the extra funds. So more food stamps is on the way. All right. I definitely think that's some good news. Unfortunately, this article did not give me any payout dates, but as soon as I do get that information, I will definitely give it to y'all. All right. Now, more news when it comes to the IRS. All right. It says what is this one about? Okay, so as announced on March 12th, economic impact payments continue to roll out in batches to millions of Americans. The third batch of payments began processing on Friday, March 26th. I know I was supposed to receive, or I'm still waiting to receive my stimulus because I ain't got mine yet, just in case you guys are wondering. Mine was supposed to be mailed out, which definitely shocked me because originally when I had checked it prior to March 26th, it said that I was going to be getting a direct deposit and then it switched. I don't know. I do know that I have another person who lives rather close and they got there. So I haven't received any confirmation from the United States Postal Service, but the official pay date for those who were scheduled to get a direct deposit or something like that was March 31st. So with some people receiving direct payments in their accounts and earlier as provisional or pending deposits, here's the additional information of this batch of payments. So this is in pertains to the payments that were supposed to have gone out March 26th. Okay, this batch includes the first ongoing supplemental payments for people who earlier in March received payments based on their 2019 tax returns but are eligible for a new or larger payment based on their recently processed 2020 returns. These plus up payments, so these are called plus up payments if you haven't heard of those. So basically what they're saying is for people whose tax return for tax year 2020 wasn't processed at the time that their stimulus checks was processed and they received a stimulus check based off of their 2019, but let's say they made less money in 2020. So now that their 2020 tax return is processed and they are due some additional stimulus money, right? So that's what they're talking about. It says these plus up payments could include a situation where a person's income dropped in 2020 compared to 2019, or a person had a new child or dependent on their 2020 tax return and other situations. Okay, the payments announced today also include payments, not today, but when it came out, also include payments for people for whom the IRS previously did not have information to issue a payment, but who recently filed a tax return and qualify for an economic impact payment. Payments to this group and the plus-up payments noted above will continue on a weekly basis going forward as the IRS continues processing tax returns from 2020 and 2019. It says in total right now, this third batch includes more than 4 million payments with a total value of being more than $10 billion. Okay, this batch of payments contains more than 2 million direct deposit payments with a total value of more than $5 billion and approximately 2 million paper check payments with a total of value near $5 billion. Okay, so I think they're doing pretty good at getting the stimulus payments out there. So you guys need to be checking your mailboxes. If you haven't already, you want to go online and sign up for Informed Delivery, which is a, I want to say it's kind of like a tracking tool. Not really a tracking tool. You can use Informed Delivery just regular mail, just everyday mail. You have to go on there, create an account, verify your address and your identity, and then they'll start sending you emails of any scanned mail that you're supposed to receive that day, okay? Says starting Friday, this was last Friday, of course, a large batch of payments will begin going out to Social Security and other federal beneficiaries who didn't file a 2020 or 2019 tax filers and didn't use a non-filers tax tool last year, okay? So all of you guys should be receiving your payment for sure. You should have something pending or provisional in your account already. The official payment date is April the 7th, but I know with some bank accounts, I don't know too much about Direct Express, but if it's not already in your account as available for use, then it should at least be pending because you are scheduled to get it in 2 days? Today is the 5th, April the 5th. Happy Monday, you guys, but you should be getting that. No action is needed by most people to obtain this round of economic impact payments. People can check the Get My Payment tool on IRS.gov to see if their payments has been scheduled. Now, I do know that they were supposed to be updating the Get My Payment tool over this weekend for those who have Social Security and those other federal supplemental benefits, so that you guys can use the Get My Payment tool to actually track your stimulus check to see when it's supposed to be direct deposited or when it's supposed to be mailed to you. Okay, so I'm sorry, you guys. It says here that the IRS notes that the Get My Payment tool on the IRS will not be updated until this past weekend, which was April 3rd and the 4th, with information for Social Security and other federal beneficiaries. Okay, so there's still no word on when those who have the veteran benefits will receive their stimulus check, but as soon as they update that information, I will definitely let you guys know. Okay, now let's talk about utility assistance. It says LIHEAP funds will be available starting April 1st, 2021 for and through local nonprofit for the 2020-2021 energy season to residents of Dekalb. This is in Georgia. The Partnership for Community Action, Inc., the PCA, would like to inform eligible clients who live in Dekalb, Gwinnet, Rockdale, Newton, and Walton counties for available funds from the Georgia Department of Human Services, to provide assistance with cooling bills through the Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program. That's LIHEAP. A portion of the funds are from the Public Service Commission. Those that are eligible will be able to apply for this one-time cooling assistance payment of either $350 or $400 to help with the high cost of cooling bills. Eligible clients may only receive a one-time payment per program years. Eligible clients can start scheduling appointments as of Thursday, April the 1st at 7 a.m. for senior citizens age 65 and older who meet the 60% medium income guidelines. Please note that all adults in the home must be 65 years old and older. That's weird. Unfortunately, due to the ongoing threat of the virus, PCA has temporarily closed all of the offices. All appointments will be conducted over the phone and should take approximately 10 minutes. We will not be taking any walk-ins. Beginning Thursday, April 1st. And then there's a website for you to call, Energy Assistance Appointments Online, and then it has a website, or call the customer service number at 404-537-4300. I'll try to put that information down in the description box below. And then it says for Monday, May 3rd, all potential clients that meet the requirements and guidelines of 60% of median household income for Georgia and are able to provide the following information may apply. Proof of income for household members 18 years of age and older for the last 30 days, 90 days if irregular income. If no income, zero income form will be provided at the time of your appointment. All household members with no income must be present during the appointment time to complete this form. Most recent home heating bill, most recent electric bill, verification of Social Security cards for all household members, or some other legal proof of Social Security number. Tax returns are not an acceptable document, okay? Valid ID for all household members 60 years and older. So definitely make sure that you guys have your stuff together, because it says failure to have all required documentation with you at the time of your telephone appointment will delay your assistance. Okay, so that's for Georgia. Again, I'm going to leave the number and the website down below in the description box. Okay, and then there was one more state that I believe had some assistance. Yep. Charleston, West Virginia. So the West Virginia Department of Health and Human Services announced applications for the Emergency Low Income Energy Assistance Program will be accepted beginning at the beginning of April, and then all the way up until the close of April 30th, 2020. So for the whole month of April, or until the funds are exhausted, this federally funded program assists eligible state residents in paying home heating bills. To be eligible for ELIEAP, that's what they're calling their program, a past due bill or termination notice is required. Eligibility is also based on income, household size, and whether the household is responsible for paying its heating bill. Household must also meet all the program guidelines, which includes an applicant's annual income being at or below 60% of the state median income. Any income received from Social Security or Veterans Administration will be excluded. The maximum allowable gross income levels for ELIEAP fiscal year 2021 are listed below. So I'm going to give them to you. Household size, gross monthly income limit. So for a household of 1, your income limit is $1,931. Household of 2, $2,525. Household of 3, $3,119. Household of 4, $3,713. Household of 5, $4,307. Household of 6, $4,901. Household of 7, $5,495. Household of 8, $6,089. Household of 9, $6,683. And then finally, household of 10, $7,277. For each additional person at $594. Households whose income exceeds the maximum amount are not eligible. However, some types of income may be excluded for the ELIEAP. Okay. So, oh yeah, they do have an application online. It says a list of offices may be found at, and then there's a website. A copy of the application may be obtained here by calling, and then there is a phone number. So I will definitely put that in the description box below. So that is all I have for you guys today. That was so much information. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of people that's going to benefit from that, because we could all use a little bit of help, tender love, and care. But on that note, I am going to say, as always, my darlings, beautiful people, remember to live, love, and elevate, and I will definitely see you guys in the next video. Peace.